Look at the people around you. You see some individuals who seem to move through life with an invisible advantage. Opportunities fall into their laps. They meet the right people at the exact right moment. They avoid disaster by a fraction of a second. The world calls them lucky. The world believes that the universe has randomly selected them for special treatment, while you have been left to struggle in the cold. You look at your own life and you see a pattern of near misses. You work hard, but the door rarely opens. You prepare, but the opportunity never knocks. You feel like you are playing a game that is rigged against you. You are correct. The game is rigged. But it is not rigged by a cruel God or a chaotic universe. It is rigged by your own internal frequency. In this transmission, we are going to dismantle the superstition of luck. We are not going to talk about charms, rituals, or positive thinking. We are going to talk about the physics of probability. We are going to analyze the mathematics of serendipity. We will prove that what you call luck is actually a programmable algorithm known as synchronicity. We will show you how to expand the surface area of your life to catch more positive variables. We will explain how your reticular activating system acts as a filter that either deletes opportunities or highlights them. And we will teach you to become a glitch in the matrix, a person who statistically defies the odds. Stop waiting for the dice to roll in your favor. It is time to load the dice. It is time to hack the probability curve. Open the terminal. Signal your readiness to override the default settings. Write, "I am the glitch." For centuries, humanity has worshipped the goddess of fortune. They believed that luck was a chaotic force. But in the quantum universe, there is order that you do not yet understand. What the uninitiated call luck, the architect calls high probability alignment. We must be precise with our physics. You do not mentally create every chaotic event in the world. You did not create the storm. You did not create the traffic jam. Chaos is a variable in the equation. However, your internal frequency determines your navigation through the chaos. We look at the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Before observation, the particle exists in a cloud of probability. Your future is that cloud. Bad luck is simply a habit of the reticular activating system. It is the habit of fixating on the wreckage so intently that you miss the exit route. Good luck is the habit of scanning for the hidden advantage within the chaos. The lucky person does not stop the rain. The lucky person is the one who notices the umbrella seller on the corner. You are not a victim of random chance. You are a statistical navigator. If you input the variables of fear and hesitation, your brain will blind you to the solutions. This is not punishment. This is biological filtering. To change the output, you must rewrite the code of the input. You must stop playing the game as a gambler and start playing it as the house. To understand why you miss opportunities that are staring you in the face, we must look at the biology of your brain. At the base of your brainstem, there is a bundle of nerves called the Reticular Activating System. This is the gatekeeper of your reality. Your senses are bombarded with 2 million bits of information every single second. If your brain processed all of it, you would go insane instantly. So, the Reticular Activating System filters out 99.9% of the data. It only lets in what it considers relevant to your survival and your beliefs. This is the mechanism of luck. Have you ever decided to buy a specific model of a car and suddenly you see that car everywhere? Did the universe suddenly create thousands of those cars just for you? No, they were always there. They were driving past you every single day, but your reticular activating system deleted them from your perception because they were not tagged as important. The person you call lucky has programmed their reticular activating system to scan for advantage. They walk into a room and their brain highlights the one person who can help them. They look at a crisis and their brain highlights the profit hidden within the disaster. The person you call unlucky has programmed their system to scan for threats. They walk into the same room and only see the people who ignore them. They look at the same crisis and only see the pain. Both people are living in the same simulation. Both are surrounded by the same data. But one is seeing a field of gold and the other is seeing a field of rocks. Luck is not about what is happening outside of you. Luck is about what makes it through your filter. If you believe I am unlucky, you are giving your reticular activating system a direct command. Hide all opportunities, show me only obstacles. And your brain will obey you with terrifying precision. In physics, the second law of thermodynamics states that the universe tends toward entropy. Entropy is disorder, chaos, and decay. Left to itself, a garden becomes a jungle of weeds. A house becomes dusty. A life becomes complicated. Bad luck thrives in high-entropy environments. When your mind is chaotic, when your environment is messy, and when your energy is scattered, you are a magnet for disaster. This is because chaos creates noise. As we discussed in the previous transmission on time, noise blocks the signal. You cannot see the lucky break because you are too busy putting out fires. Good luck is a form of neg-entropy. Neg-entropy is reverse entropy. It is the creation of order out of chaos. Notice the people who are consistently lucky. They usually possess a high degree of internal and external order. They are clear about what they want. Their environments are streamlined. Their energy is focused. Because they are structured, they have open slots for luck to land. Imagine you are trying to land a plane. If the runway is covered with debris, obstacles, and fog, the plane cannot land. It will circle and eventually fly away. That plane is your opportunity. Most people have a runway that is cluttered with the debris of past trauma, the obstacles of bad habits, and the fog of confusion. They beg for the plane to land, but they provide no safe place for it to touch down. The universe is trying to send you packages, but your mailbox is full of junk. To hack probability, you must increase your level of organization. Clear your physical space. Clear your mental browser history. Simplify your obligations. When you create a vacuum of order, the universe is compelled to fill it with high-quality data. This is the physics of the void. Luck abhors a vacuum, but it loves a clean container.
Become a vessel of order, and the chaos of the world will organize itself around you.
We now move to the kinetic component of probability. There is a concept in engineering called the surface area. The larger the surface area of an object, the more contact it makes with its environment. A small rock in a river catches very little water. A wide net catches everything. Most people live with a contracted surface area. They go to the same job. They talk to the same 5 people. They eat at the same restaurants. They consume the same media. They stay inside their comfort zone, which is a microscopic dot in the vast grid of the matrix. Then they wonder why nothing new ever happens. They wonder why lightning never strikes. Lightning cannot strike a target that is buried underground. To become lucky, you must aggressively expand your surface area of luck. This does not mean you have to work harder. It means you have to increase your points of contact with the unknown. Every stranger you talk to is a portal to a new timeline. Every new skill you learn is a new antenna. Every time you go to a place you have never been, you are rendering a new part of the map. Luck is a numbers game. If you toss a coin once, you have a 50% chance of heads. If you toss it 1,000 times, you are guaranteed to get heads 500 times. The lucky person is simply the one who keeps tossing the coin while you are afraid to pick it up. They fail more often than you do. But because they generate more events, they also generate more victories. The algorithm rewards motion. Stagnation is the death of probability. You must become a moving target. You must disrupt your own routine. If you usually turn left, turn right. If you usually stay silent, speak up. If you usually say no, say yes. By increasing the randomness of your actions, you increase the statistical likelihood of intersecting with a black swan event, a rare, high-impact moment that changes everything.
The matrix is designed to keep you in a predictable loop. It wants you to be a consistent, docile battery. It predicts your behavior based on your past data. If you have been broke for 10 years, the algorithm predicts you will be broke for the 11th year. It preloads the poverty assets into your daily render. This is why bad luck feels like a curse. It is simply the system running a cached version of your life. To hack probability, you must become a glitch. You must perform a pattern interrupt. A pattern interrupt is a completely inconsistent action with your previous character data. If you are usually angry when things go wrong, and suddenly you laugh in the face of disaster, you create a syntax error in the code. The matrix does not know how to process this reaction. It creates a momentary pause in the program. In that pause, the old probability curve collapses and a new one is born. The universe responds to novelty. When you do the unexpected, you attract attention from the source code. You signal that you are no longer an NPC, a non-player character running on a script. You signal that you are a player, and players get access to power-ups that NPCs do not. Luck favors the bold, because boldness is a deviation from the norm. The norm is fear. The norm is hesitation. When you act with irrational confidence, when you take a risk that makes no logical sense, you are hacking the system. You are stepping off the designated path, and it is off the path, in the tall grass of the unknown, that the treasure is hidden. Wait. Observe your current state. Are you running the same loop you ran yesterday? Are you predicting your own future based on your own past? Stop. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. The definition of luck is doing something different and demanding a new result. We have defined the mathematics of the game. We have identified the filter of the brain and the necessity of order. We have expanded the surface area of your potential. Now we must go deeper. In the second part of this transmission, we will discuss the frequency of expectancy. We will explain the law of reverse effort, and we will give you the Serendipity Protocol, a daily ritual to force the universe to show you its hidden cards. But first, you must acknowledge your role in the equation. You are not a gambler. You are the algorithm. Go to the comments. Declare your break from the loop. Write, "I am the glitch." The probabilities are shifting. The odds are tilting in your favor.
Welcome back to the Probability Lab. In the first phase, we established that luck is a function of your filter and your surface area. Now, we must address the greatest paradox in the acquisition of good fortune. This is the law of reverse effort. Philosopher Alan Watts called this the backwards law. The architect calls it the desperation paradox. Have you ever noticed that when you desperately need something to happen, it almost never happens? When you desperately need money, the unexpected bills pile up. When you desperately need love, you repel every potential partner. But the moment you stop caring, the moment you let go, the phone rings, the money arrives, the lover appears. Why does the matrix operate this way? It is because luck is a frequency of high vibration and low resistance. Desperation is a frequency of low vibration and high resistance. When you are desperate, you are broadcasting a signal of lack. You are telling the universe, "I do not have this." And the universe, being a faithful mirror, reflects that lack back to you as bad luck. Imagine you are trying to catch a butterfly. If you run after it with a net, flailing your arms and screaming, the butterfly will fly away. It perceives you as a predator. It perceives you as a threat. Opportunity acts exactly like that butterfly. It is repelled by the frantic energy of neediness. But if you sit still, if you cultivate a garden, if you become a calm and attractive environment, the butterfly will land on your shoulder. This is the state of detached intention. You must want the outcome, but you must not need the outcome. You must move toward your goal, but you must not be attached to the specific path it takes to get to you. Luck favors the playful. Luck favors the relaxed. The person who is having fun is statistically more likely to win than the person who is terrified of losing. To hack probability, you must lower the stakes in your mind. Treat life like a game, not a trial. When you stop gripping the steering wheel so tightly, the car drives itself.
We now move to the psychological software that runs your luck algorithm. This is the frequency of expectancy. Professor Richard Wiseman conducted a 10-year study on the science of luck. He found that the primary difference between lucky and unlucky people was not their ability or their intelligence, it was their expectation. Lucky people expect good things to happen. Unlucky people expect bad things to happen. This sounds simple, but it is a self-fulfilling prophecy encoded in your biology. When you expect to be lucky, you keep trying even when you fail. You view a failure as a temporary glitch, not a permanent destiny. Because you keep trying, you eventually succeed. When you expect to be unlucky, you give up at the first sign of resistance. You view a failure as confirmation of your cursed status. Because you stop trying, you guarantee your own failure. This is the placebo effect of reality. If you give a patient a sugar pill and tell them it is a powerful medicine, their body will often heal itself. If you tell yourself that you are a lucky person, your brain will begin to scan for evidence to prove you right. You will interpret a flat tire not as a disaster, but as a lucky event that prevented you from being in a fatal accident further down the road. By reframing the data, you change your emotional reaction. By changing your reaction, you change your vibration. And by changing your vibration, you attract a better set of variables for the next event. You must install the lucky identity. Stop telling stories about how everything goes wrong for you. Every time you tell a victim story, you are reinforcing the code of bad luck. Start telling stories about how things always work out for you in the end, even if you have to fake it at first. The Matrix does not know the difference between a real memory and a fabricated expectation. It only responds to the signal strength. Broadcast the signal of a winner, and the game will rig itself in your favor.
In physics, zero-point energy is the lowest possible energy that a quantum mechanical physical system may have. It is the ground state. In the algorithm of luck, gratitude is the ground state. Most people think gratitude is an emotion you feel after something good happens. The architect teaches that gratitude is a tool to navigate whatever happens. Here is the critical safety valve of the system. Does being a lucky person mean you will never face hardship? No. The universe contains entropy. Bad things happen to good people. But the unlucky person interprets a flat tire as a curse from the heavens. They spiral into victimhood. The lucky person interprets the same flat tire as a redirection. They ask, what if this delay prevented me from being in a fatal accident 1 mile down the road? What if this pause is exactly what I needed to rethink my strategy? This is the ancient philosophy of Amor, Fati, the love of fate. A lucky person cannot be defeated because they interpret every defeat as necessary data. They do not judge the event immediately. They hold the judgment. They say, this looks like bad luck, but I will use it as fuel for good luck. By reframing the data, you change your emotional reaction. By changing your reaction, you keep your eyes open for the next opportunity. Lucky people act as amplifiers of the positive.
They find the smallest grain of gold in a pile of dirt, and they celebrate it. By celebrating small wins, you are training your reticular activating system to find bigger wins. You are widening the bandwidth of your reception.
We have established the theory. Now we must execute the code. We are going to install a daily ritual to override your default settings. This is the Serendipity Protocol. It consists of 3 phases: the scan, the disrupt, and the log. Phase 1. The morning scan. Before you look at your phone, before you ingest the chaos of the world, sit for 3 minutes. Visualize your reticular activating system as a radar dish. Set the coordinates for the day. Say to yourself, "Today I am scanning for unexpected favor. Today I am looking for the hidden door." Feel the sensation of excitement as if you know a surprise is coming. This primes your biological filter to patch the opportunities you usually miss. Phase 2. The pattern disrupt. At some point during your day, you must do one thing differently. Take a different route to work. Buy a coffee for a stranger. Walk into a store you have never visited. This is the kinetic variable. You are physically expanding your surface area. You are throwing the dice. Do not do it for a result. Do it for the randomness. Luck lives in the deviation from the routine. Phase 3. The evening log. This is the most critical step. Before you sleep, write down 3 things that went well today. They can be tiny. The sun was shining. The meeting finished early. The coffee was good. But you must label them as evidence of luck. By writing them down, you are performing a save game function. You are hardwiring the neural pathways of the winner. If you do this for 30 days, you will physically restructure your brain. You will become a machine that automatically generates positivity.
Luck rarely comes from lightning bolts or lottery tickets. 90% of luck comes dressed as other people. People are the vectors of opportunity. Sociologist Mark Granovetter discovered the strength of weak ties. Your close friends and family, your strong ties, already know everything you know. They have access to the same resources. They are inside your bubble. New opportunities almost always come from weak ties, acquaintances, friends of friends, or strangers. They are the bridges to other worlds. To hack luck, you must become a connector. You must treat every interaction as a potential lottery ticket. The person standing next to you in the elevator might hold the key to your next breakthrough. But if you are staring at your phone, you have closed the gate. The lucky person is the one who initiates the ping, a smile, a nod, a simple hello. These are low-cost investments with infinite potential returns. You must also practice generosity of spirit. Luck is a flow. It must circulate. If you hoard your connections, your ideas, or your energy, you create a dam. The water becomes stagnant. When you help others without expecting a return, you create a vacuum in the universe. You create a debt that the matrix must repay. And often it repays you from a completely unexpected source. Be the source of luck for others, and you will become the destination of luck for yourself.
We have reached the final stage of the upload. The ultimate hack is not in what you do, but in who you are. You must shift your identity from the victim of circumstance to the architect of probability. Look at the statistical impossibility of your own existence. The odds of you being born exactly as you are 1 in 400 trillion. You have already won the greatest lottery in the cosmos. You are already the result of a massive, unbroken chain of good fortune that stretches back to the beginning of time. Every one of your ancestors survived long enough to pass the torch to you. You are the champion of your lineage. To believe you are unlucky is to deny the evidence of your own breath. Luck is not something you get. Luck is something you allow. It is the natural state of a universe that is constantly expanding and creating. The only thing blocking it is your own belief that it is hard to find. Remove the belief and the floodgates open. You are a probability cloud collapsing into a masterpiece. You are the glitch that breaks the loop of mediocrity. You are the master of the dice.
The equation has been balanced. We have identified the variables, the filter, the surface area, the expectancy, and the reverse effort. You now have the tools to rig the game in your favor. You understand that the house always wins, and you understand that you are the house. Do not hope for a good day. Create a good day by setting the filter. Do not wait for a lucky break. Create the break by expanding your surface area. Do not beg the universe. Command the universe by vibrating with gratitude. The era of superstition is over. The era of engineering has begun. Walk into the world today with the swagger of a person who holds all the aces, because you do. Go to the comments for the final integration. Seal your new identity as an anomaly in the system. Write, I am the glitch. Watch the coin spin. It is neither heads nor tails. It is pure potential. It is waiting for your observation to tell it where to land. Stop watching the coin. Look at the player. The player decides the game. The odds are 0. The odds are 100. It is all you. The Matrix 963. Out.